Hi, today I'd like to talk about Notgeld, which means in German emergency money or necessary money. Money issued by an institution in a time of economic or political crisis. This issuing institution is usually one without official sanction from the central government. This usually occurs when there's not enough state-produced money is available from the central bank. In particular, Notgeld generally refers to money produced in Germany and Austria during World War I and the interwar period. Issuing institutes could be towns' savings banks, municipalities, and private or state-owned firms. Nearly all issues contained an expiry date, after which time they were invalid. Issues without date ordinarily had an expiry announced in a newspaper or at the place of insurance. It was mainly used as banknotes, but there was also sometimes coins, also leather, silk, linen, wood, postage stamps, aluminium foil, coal and porcelain were also used. Notgeld was usually a mutually accepted means of payment in a particular region or locality, but notes could travel widely. So here we have a German Notgeld, and it is 31st of March 2021, the sort of 1921 and 1922 to 23. These were quite particular years of issuing this sort of stuff. As you can see, most of them were in the German Gothic script, which means it's difficult for people like myself to read so much. But I can see that it is for 50 Pfennig, so it's 50 Pfennigs, from which we get the word penny from, so they're equivalent to 50 pence really. And it's Wartburg Staat, so it's a state of Wartburg. And often these have historical or things like nursery rhymes or myths, German myths and that sort of stuff. So here we've got, looks like it's George from George and the Dragon or something, because he's got the English flag. And so this was produced 50 Pfennigs. And this was because there was hyperinflation in Germany at this period. And they had to produce their own things. And also on the back, you have this picture, very ornate, very beautifully. A lot of these are like works of art. Some are very plain and very simple. They're just sort of bits of paper with something on. And these were issued mainly by Germany, but also by places like Austria did quite a few of these as well, because of huge inflation. So let's have a look at some more of these. These are quite comical ones. Here we've got Notgeld from Altona. That's 25 Pfennigs, 75 Pfennigs, 50 Pfennigs, 25 Pfennigs, and 50 Pfennigs. Now these were produced, and these are sort of comical ones, but it was a time of great political upheaval. There was the rise of fascism, there was a rise of communism in Germany, and this was because we had a huge inflationary period. So here we've got an official German banknote, a Reich banknote, and this is 50 million francs. You think what that means? People's savings, their whole life savings, was completely and utterly worthless. So this is in July 1923 in Berlin. You think of what it would be like today, our pounds, suddenly you would need a 50 million mark or 50 million pound note to get the bare necessities. That's what caused the problem and caused the rise of fascism and communism in Germany. It's a plane on the back. And this one's even higher. Again, it's an official note. And you've got those pictures of people with wheelbarrows of money going just to buy a loaf of bread because they'd completely lost control of the economy and the money supply. And this one is 500 million marks. And you can understand why people were desperate for a way out. And that's why they turned to either fascism or to communism, because they thought the old order had betrayed them. The old order had lost. So again, this one's September 1923. This one I think has got some, look at that, yeah, it's got some watermarks on it. And these were produced, they were just piling them out. That's why there's so many of them now, because they're piling them out. And as soon as they were printed and sent out, they'd probably been devalued and not worth anything. So Germany and Austria mainly. I've got a few Austrian ones here. You can see it's a Notgeld from Austria. 30 30 Heller. So Heller is mainly the currency of Austria. Again, it's 31st of December 1920. And these came in a variety of nominations. There we have the 80. We have the 10. And here we have the 20. Again, they can be quite ornate, like those. Or they can be quite plain, like that. So nearly every state seemed to produce these. Here's another very plain one. So you can see why people were desperate. They found their whole life was suddenly disappearing in front of them. You get these periods like you've got similar sort of periods in Zimbabwe, in Argentina, and other countries where their economy suddenly is destroyed, and they panic. They can't see a way out. And so that's when often you get extremists coming in, because they come up and they say, we've got the answer. The old order can't help you. Just go with us. The trouble is, a lot of these things, they say they can do it miraculously, and often these things take a lot of time and a lot of pain to change, and so they often haven't got the answer. And these on the other side often have some sort of historical picture. So they are a good collecting, because these you could get for £1 or £2. Some of them are very much more expensive, but they are something you can collect quite cheaply because they were produced on a massive scale. And they are very beautiful things. So if you like arty type things or history, and they're often done in a series. So again, we've got different denominations. This one's December 1922, 50 pfennig. Five pfennig. $75 pfennig, 100 pfennig, and 25 pfennig. And again, on the back, we've got some sort of folk mythology. Be interesting to go through all these and find out what were the... There's a lot of German on there, but again, it's in this German Gothic script, which is, for somebody like me, a bit difficult to read sometimes. Some of the words are quite clear, and some things like G's and stuff are a bit more difficult. But again, you've got all these different folk ideas there. So it's worth having a look if you fancy doing something like that. Some of them are quite... Sorry. Quite interesting. Not sure what that is all about. Some of them have got this black type of silhouette type of design. Geschrein der Stadt Bismarck. 50 pfennig. And again, you've got this thing about like bed bugs or something. They're not very nice, are they? Again, they're all different ones of the same area. So it gives you an idea of the type. You get thousands of these different designs, and it's worth having a look to see if you can find some. And they do make a lovely collection. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and a comment, because that all helps to push my videos up so more people can see them. I'll see you soon. Right, bye.